Let's be honest, not everything in the world is perfect, right? And of course, even our beloved anime Naruto isn't exempt from a few mistakes, whether in animation or some bizarre plot holes. Wanna know what they are? Come on, I'll show you everything. Yep folks, believe it or not, but it seems our friend Itachi left the job unfinished. Pay close attention to the scene in episode 359, where we see the academy students training and playing. This scene takes place just a few days after the Uchiha clan massacre. Naruto was watching Sasuke, who looked despondent, when suddenly, a kid with the Uchiha clan symbol came running by. Looks like Itachi got lazy finishing the job. He simply left a kid behind who could easily have rebelled, just like Sasuke did. Seriously, maybe you never thought about this, but if you don't remember, don't worry, I'll explain the situation for you. Everyone knows that Ebisu is far from being the strongest ninja, right? After all, during the fight against one of the Pains, he couldn't do a thing. Plus, Konoha didn't even bother to take him to the war. Even so, after the second phase of the Chunin exam, Kakashi focused exclusively on training Sasuke. And to keep Naruto from sitting idle, he assigned Ebisu to train him. And here's the issue. What was Kakashi thinking when he left Naruto in the care of Ebisu, considering Naruto had one of the highest potentials in the entire series? Luckily, Jiraiya showed up and trained Naruto. Otherwise, he definitely would have been beaten badly by Neji. I'm sure no one who read the manga noticed this mistake. Yes, it's an error exclusive to the manga. It doesn't appear in the anime. Basically, the mistake occurs in chapter 323, where Hayden falls into one of Kishimoto's own traps. In this chapter, we see the iconic battle between Hayden, Kakuzu, Asuma, and the rest of the team. Everything was going smoothly, since the fight is flawless. But suddenly, Hayden does a backflip, and did you catch the odd detail? Yep. It looks like Kishimoto forgot for a moment that Hayden is from the village of Hot Springs, not the Hidden Leaf village. The worst part is that the headband wasn't even scratched. It looks like Kishimoto just did a crow-placie on the first headband he found and pasted it onto Hayden. But let's cut Kishimoto some slack. He spent almost 20 years drawing a manga that was published weekly. So of course, at some point he was bound to get tired and make a mistake like this. One of the things I love most about Naruto is how, since the classic saga, the series promotes the idea that anyone can achieve their goals with determination. A great example of this is the fight between Naruto and Neji, where Neji believed that everyone's fate is predetermined at birth. Naruto, on the other hand, argued that anyone can choose their own path, and he wanted to prove that even without any natural talent, he could become one of the strongest ninjas in the world. However, when we get to the Shippuden saga, it becomes clear that Naruto wasn't exactly untalented. In reality, he was the son of the 4th Hokage, the Jinchuriki of the most powerful Biju, had immense chakra because of his clan, was the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths' son, and there was even a prophecy that he would save the world. In other words, the guy was literally born to succeed. So in the end, all that talk about choosing his own path instead of following his destiny kind of went out the window. I don't even know where to start with this. I think you already know which error I'm talking about, right? Yes, it's about the famous fight between Pain and Naruto. This fight is incredible, and I doubt anyone didn't feel emotional watching it. But there's one moment that, honestly, it's just impossible to defend. It looks like the animators used Microsoft Paint to draw Pain. Just look at this. I swear, I remember exactly the first time I saw this scene. When I saw Pain being distorted and hammered like a Looney Tunes character, I thought I was watching a bootleg episode. And yes, I was actually watching it on a pirate website, so I was already suspicious. The scene is so ridiculous that it's hard to believe it was an accident. To me, it looks like the animators did this on purpose, maybe as a comedic relief. If they were seriously trying to make a proper animation, I genuinely feel bad for them. Sasori's puppet with the Sharingan. Do you remember the fight between Sasori, Sakura, and Granny Chiyo, where Sasori uses his 100 puppets jutsu? All of those puppets were made from humans whom Sasori killed and then turned into puppets. These puppets came from various parts of the ninja world, including the Sand Village, Cloud Village, Leaf Village, and many others. However, there's one puppet that's quite strange, and you probably didn't notice it. One of them had a Sharingan. That's right, it seems Kishimoto got confused with so many eyes and accidentally gave one of the puppets a Sharingan. After all, if this puppet really was an Uchiha, we know it would have done much more during the fight and might have secured Sasori's victory against Sakura and Chiyo. Naruto spent his entire childhood being rejected by the village. Even those closest to him, like Hiruzen and Jiraiya, didn't bother to give him the slightest bit of attention. We saw that the third Hokage would occasionally check on Naruto at his house, but that's far from what we'd call proper care. The worst part is the scene where young Naruto is standing in front of Ichiraku Ramen, craving a bowl of ramen but unable to buy one because he has no money. It's just sad to see them treating the kid like that. As for Jiraiya, who was one of Minato's closest allies and Naruto's godfather, he chose to spend his time doing research in women's bathhouses instead of taking care of the boy. Did it never cross their minds that Naruto might rebel because of all this and end up joining a criminal organization? Anyway, this is Konoha's classic neglect. Let's be honest, Konoha is on another level with those Hokage monuments. Everyone envies the village for having the faces of their greatest ninjas carved into such impressive stone sculptures. However, sometimes these sculptures seem so lifelike, it's as if they move around. Check this out. In some episodes, the Hokage faces are positioned at a specific angle, yet in other episodes, these same faces are in entirely different positions. The worst inconsistency came when the Boruto anime was released. In Boruto, it looks like the Hokage faces went on a little stroll because the angles changed drastically. It clearly shows that the animators didn't care about maintaining the consistency of the monument's positioning. Now, the final mistake of this whole story, the mistake of watching this video until the end and not subscribing to the channel. Come on, there's no way you're going to make the terrible mistake of watching all the way through and not clicking that little subscribe button. Click it. It helps my work a lot and ensures you stay updated with all the content posted here. So that's it. Thank you so much for everything, and I'll see you in the next video.